Alright guys, it's been a while. I've been stuck. So as you guys know, I bought a split unit. Got it pretty much put in. Actually no, it is put in. I just gotta do some tidying up. I guess let me unlock the shop real quick. I don't even have my keys on me. I guess while we're doing it. So I put a pretty much 36K split unit on the shop. I told a lot of you that I was going to be doing AC/heat on that setup. I got it on. Let me grab my keys real quick. Got it on. I had some free time without the kid. And when I put it on, I did plywood. Had to do a bunch of wiring, but I'll go in and show you guys real quick kind of what I'm talking about, because it's a little confusing to talk about and not show you. Let's get this opened up. I'll show you too. Maybe. So I got a new lock for the new lock and key, I guess, for the shop. The last one was junk. I mean, it was worst of the worst. It's warming up in here right now. I drove all the way down. We had kind of a warm day. New mower also. It's a bad boy. Elite 54. Let's go. So yeah, I put plywood up. As you can see, I'll step back a little bit. Put plywood up. I finished running, if you will, purlins across. Had to use a jigsaw, and I took out. At first I did it like that, where I just kept putting it up and then turning around, using the jigsaw, putting it up, using a jigsaw, and then I'm like, okay, nope, it's getting done like that. So we got 74-degree heat coming out of it right now. It's set on auto, 68 auto. So it must see humidity or something of a change in here. And it's trying to draw it out. I'm not quite sure. It's a little bit weird when it tries to do auto stuff. I usually have it set at 68 and it usually maintains it very well. But you can see we're just at 70 probably, a little bit under 69. But yeah, other than that, this is a Senville Aura. I got it from them. Installed it myself. I used a Vevor vacuum pump along with what other tools did I get? I got that along with just normal like crescent wrenches, but that's up there. Wire that I used, so this is technically a 33K, but honestly it's more rated for like a 40K. But you can see that I ran MC wire, and that MC wire isn't like your traditional 12-3, 12 whatever. It's a 8-3 if I remember right. A lot of people will do these too. A little weird. So you can do disconnect or no disconnect. I like having a disconnect, but as you can see, I have a disconnect, caulked it all in, put it in. I used a plastic stand. I think it's a Diversitech. That sounds about right. Diversitech. Oh, maybe not. That's a quick sling. I don't know. The pad should say something somewhere. I don't remember where. Nope, it's Diversitech too. I see it back there. So I had a Diversitech plastic pad. I think it's a 3 foot by 5 foot or something, with a Diversitech stand. It's a 1202 stand. And the reason why I did that is because it snows here and I want to keep the split unit off the ground so snow doesn't get up in it. And there is a drain on the bottom of this unit where it drains out. Obviously it's been draining out because we haven't had rain for a couple days. It's been draining out there. Drain is ran directly with this, and you'll see people online, they'll say, hey, you know, make sure you do a 90. I kind of like it like this, and this isn't done. I'm still going to wrap it in a PVC line. But pretty much what I did is put a hole in it, ran the line set through, or, you know, this way. then turn around and put, it's like a coupling, if you will, or a spacer. It's just a circle PVC, and you run it through, and then you turn around and put that around it. Kind of a pain because I landed right on a rib, so that sucks, but it is what it is. If you guys are going to do this, make sure you have a decent pad. I know it looks kind of weird right now, but what I did is I put a bunch of rock down under it, leveled it out, tamped it, leveled it out, tamped it, and did it so it was nice and flat and strong. So everywhere under the pad, and I know it looks like there's not rock back there, but I promise you there is. Everywhere under the pad has rock, so I'm going to build up more to this edge, if you will, with rock, so it's nice and clean, and then I'll just spray it with weed killer or whatever. But yeah, the line set's going to be wrapped. Like I was saying earlier, the manufacturer says that you can only do like a 4-inch bend. So 4 inches, I mean, even if you do a line set hide to cover, it's not going to work. I mean, yeah, maybe, but I don't really care, to be honest. It's a shop and it's on the back side. I mean, the trees obviously aren't grown right now, but when they have leaves, you can't see anything on that side. So, I mean, the only person that's going to see it, I mean, I'll show you, is going to be literally just me. Tree line up until there, and then, you know, front entrance. Obviously I need more rock to ignore that, but I mean, I'm impressed. It works great for heat. It was 60 degrees in there earlier today. It was 80 degrees out. I don't know. It was about 70 degrees outside, and I drove it all the way down to 60 with ease, and then turned around and set it back on auto because I had it on a cool mode function, which is just cooling. Auto, it'll adjust or try to adjust to the temperature that you set the remote to. So I set it down to 60, and then when I went to leave, I just put it back to 68 because that's usually what I keep it at on auto. That way, you know, if it's cold or hot, it can adjust for that, and that's a pretty comfortable temperature, I think, for the most part for a lot of people. So I did, so this might be another reason why too, but it says 75 and it might be adjusting because I just had this door open for the G8 actually, so the heat's coming off the G8 and still pretty warm. Not, I mean, it's all right warm. Yeah, it's pretty warm still, but definitely has heat off of it. So, you know, you got heat off that. I was just mowing today, heat off that. And then, yeah, I mean, that's it for the most part. I mean, if you guys are thinking about you want to do this, the only thing that I did not do is I did not wire up the disconnect. That's pretty self-explanatory for the most part, but I had my electrician buddy here anyways to hook me into the panel. So he just went ahead and did it. I mean, he's a lot quicker than I am, and I mean, he knocked it out in a couple seconds. So disconnect I didn't do, line set I did, plywood I did, purlins I did. Yeah, but everything else I did, wired up inside the unit, and I'll provide some pictures at the end of the video. But if you guys are looking to do this, I would just recommend doing it. It's too cheap. You can get rebates on this stuff too. So like this particular model, I can get like $750 back. So that drives it down another, you know, $750. So it's a $1,200 unit. To me, that's worth it. Power consumption is pretty good. The first day that I put it in, I drove the temp up to, I think, 80 degrees. And we immediately were like, okay, this is too warm. So we ended up, you know, dropping it to 68. But the nice thing about that is Ameren is who I have, and I'm sorry that probably wasn't on my face. Ameren, who I have, they said that I used 24 kilowatts that day, which is not a whole lot. I think it comes out to like how much did Ameren say it was? 9 cents a kilowatt. So you figure 9 cents times 24, that's what it used on a whole day. That's not that bad. But then it gets better because the following days I've been paying attention and looking at things. It's only used, you know, anywhere from 16 to, the lowest I've seen is 9 kilowatts, and the highest I've seen is 16 cents that day. So once it drives up to a temp or drives down to a temp, it maintains it pretty easy, you know. So Honestly, with this in, I should probably, I mean, depending on, you know, the weather's not extremely hot right now. We've had a couple 80-degree days and a couple lower temp days, but once temps get up and, you know, you keep it at a set temp, I have spray foam, obviously, so that works out great for me. Fiberglass, I'm sure, would do just as good. You know, you have a house that's finished out and you want to do it just as good, maybe a little bit worse, but you know, you might have a little bit more price in that way. But if my math's correct, you know, it should be another 20 to 30 bucks to keep this place at 68 pretty much year round. So that's not terrible to me. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'll pay that all day long to keep, you know, comfortable. There's no humidity in here. I mean, there is, obviously. You want, I think, 20 or 30%. Tools haven't been rusting. I mean, the G8's in here, so, you know, it's being preserved in a way. It's not like I'm doing anything crazy with it, but, you know, it's keeping it fresh and clean. Humidity's being pulled out of here. Air conditioning, heat, it's just perfect. This company, probably wouldn't work with them again. It is a nice brand, but I mean, I had so many issues with this specific unit that I had to turn around and comb fucking the fins. I had to fix a line. I had to put refrigerant back inside of it. I mean, it was one thing after the next. So do with that what you will, and yeah, I would just press on. So if you guys want to do it, I recommend doing it. I'll do another test here soon, so I'll probably end up dropping the temp in here, or not dropping, but putting the temp kind of high in here, maybe on a 100-degree day or something like that. Put the temp, or take the split unit, turn it off, and then turn around and bump it all the way down to 60 and see how long it takes to draw it down. That way you guys can kind of see, you know, I mean, this is a 1,200 square foot shop, if I remember right. I think so. So, I mean, I can drop it right now down to 60 and it'll be 60 in a couple minutes, you know. I mean, not a couple minutes, but, you know, 30, 40 minutes. It'll be 60 degrees in here, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry I didn't do a video on it. I was in a time crunch. I had to get it done. We've got some more cameras stuff, I guess, set up, so you guys will see that more. I still haven't put the suspension on the G8. I've got other videos that I'm cooking up and whatnot, so I appreciate you guys. I finally also fixed my DaVinci Resolve. That's how I was editing, and I didn't really like editing. Because of it, it was slow, didn't really work how I wanted it to work. But now I finally fixed it. My computer can handle it. It was just a matter of me choosing the right, you know, settings. But yeah, we'll start knocking out some videos. Couldn't go racing, because couldn't go racing. They ended up shutting down the track for the race day. So they pivoted and they're doing it this weekend. But this weekend I work, so, I mean, I work today. But next weekend we might be able to go, try and get some track runs. If not, a biggie, but got to get the suspension on the G8, got to get some other stuff done, and I'm going to bring you guys along. So, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. I appreciate you guys. Bye.
I only accept whatever's meant for me. We ain't going half, we going all the way. Stay 10 toes, gotta keep the fam close. Yeah, that's up, yeah, we know. I've been riding, I've been rolling on this road for a long time. I've been out here getting it on my own for a long time. How you supposed to get it in this world if you don't try? If you want the greatness, it's gon' take you a long time. Overnight, don't happen overnight. If we mean success, it takes some grinding oversight. Got about 10 years in it, can't fake that with photo likes. Better not waste no